Alright guys, we are back in my garage for another video, and today we are going to be talking about a new product that just hit the market. A lot of you guys might have seen some of these social media posts on Instagram and Facebook where people are sporting this really crazy looking headlight, and everybody's been asking who makes it, where can I get one, and now I can officially say they are finally released. So I will have a link down in the description if you guys are interested in purchasing one for your own car. But in this video, we're just going to talk about what it is, why you might want it, as well as go over some of the details you should know in case you're considering going this route. So hopefully you find this video useful.
Now, as always, for everybody that's new to the channel, I create these videos to help keep you updated on the latest developments in our community, as well as discuss technical topics so that we have a better understanding of how our engines work. So if you're interested in more videos like that, be sure to subscribe because there will be a lot more coming out in the future.
So what we're looking at here is a headlight delete for the F30 series, and this is designed by VelossaTech in partnership with BimmerNetwork. Now, VelossaTech is the same company that made the intake scoops that I was testing earlier this year on my 3 series. So they kind of just took it to the next level and created these headlight deletes that do a much better job at getting cool air into the engine bay. Now, this was designed by VelossaTech here in the United States, and it's also made here in the US. So you're supporting an American company, and it is something that they have done extensive testing on. Actually, when I was testing my intake scoops, back over the winter and in the spring, they were already in development of this headlight delete. And a lot of you guys, like I said, had seen people posting them on social media for months and months. Those were the guys that VelossaTech basically was working with to test them out, make sure that the quality met their standards, and that, it was basically working the way that we wanted it to. Now, from a design standpoint, they took a lot of feedback from the community. A lot of you guys have probably seen some of the fast A90 Supras also have these headlight deletes, but it's just a really big open design. On those cars, it looks very aggressive, but on our cars, it did not look the same. It just wasn't quite giving the same feel that we were looking for. So through a couple revisions, they came up with the final design that you see here. And basically the goal is to replicate the Icon Halo design in the openings for the ram air intakes. So that's why you see the 2 holes, and you also have the optional RGB lighting behind the holes so that you can make those halos any color that you want. A couple other things about those RGB lights for those that are curious, it is something that you can control from your phone. So there is an app, Diode Dynamics, and you can use that to change it to any color that you wish. And also the white is a true white LED, so it does a really good job of matching the white LED halos that you'll still have on the passenger side, compared to some other RGB lights where it tries to combine colors and then the white is a little bit off-white or almost dull. This will give you kind of the most vibrant and natural white looking light that you would want. Now, like I said, this is also called a ram air headlight, and the reason is because it does force ambient air into your engine bay. Now, if you have, for example, even an M Sport package bumper on the front of your car, you have a lot of openings, big open grills, but every opening is already kind of dedicated to something. It's either got air going over your heat exchanger or like your brake ducts or something where it's being used. So it's not letting ambient air go into your engine bay. So with this opening, you're going to be shoving air directly into the area where your intake is, especially if you have an aftermarket intake. This is going to have a big opening to feed fresh air to your intake to give you the coolest air possible and as much air as possible. Also, if you have a top mount turbo like mine, you're going to be sucking in the ambient air inside of your engine bay. So this is again going to give you a better opportunity to get cool, fresh air into your intake so that you have a better opportunity for good IATs and higher mass airflow. So this does have an actual functional benefit that can help improve performance above and beyond the looks that I think most of you were initially attracted to. Now, a couple things that you guys should note. So obviously this does delete your headlight, and our cars have a lot of, sensors and things that can throw different lights on the dash. So you will need some coding in order to disable the codes related to having those headlights unplugged. As always, I recommend working with Bimmer ECU Solutions. They can code your car remotely and get everything set up so you won't have any issues with having your headlights unplugged. Also, the lights in the Headlight Delete do require power, so you're going to have to wire that up to a fuse box. So there will be, some installation outside of just bolting it in. It's not going to plug into the factory headlight harness. You're basically going to run those LED light wires to your fuse box and a ground in order to give it power. But you can do it a couple different ways. Obviously, you can have it switched on with the car, or some people like to have it just on constant power. So even when you have your car parked at a car meet or a car show, you can still turn the lights on and have them change different colors and things like that. Also, this is only currently for the F33 series, so keep an eye out for future releases for other models. They do plan on making one for the 4 Series and M3 and M4, since those cars have the same headlights, and also for the 2 Series, because those have unique headlights as well. So for now, it will only work for the F30 and the F31, because those have that specific headlight design, so everything can bolt in place like stock. Also, keep in mind these are built to order. So on the website, you'll see the lead time is estimated up to 1.5 weeks. I think a lot of people were surprised when they were ordering the intake scoops that they weren't just shipping off the shelves. But because these are built to order and they don't just keep a big stock on hand, there can be a little bit of a lead time before they ship out. So please be patient as they get all of your orders put together. And yeah, again, I'll have a link down in the description. You can also use my coupon code KERN417 for a couple bucks off of your order. But I think this is a great option, especially for some of the guys that are pushing big power. Again, if you have a top mount turbo or even a bottom mount turbo, but you're not running a stock intake, maybe you just have a turbo guard or something on your turbo inlet, this will avoid just sucking in all the hot ambient air inside of your engine bay. It also should help preserve, some of the plastics and the wires that can get brittle over time as they heat up and cool down. And, as you get higher in mileage, it can potentially cause issues. So this will give you a nice benefit there as well. So yeah, again, a big shout out to VelossaTech for building new parts and continuing to innovate the BMW platforms and helping come up with new products that can help us build our cars the way that we want. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helps. And if you have any other questions or comments, leave them down below.